Alright guys, welcome to Shooting the Sheet, episode 5. So I saw Superman the other day.
Ooh, what'd you think?
Dog, terrible, don't watch it. It's probably the worst
I already
Superman
saw
film
it.
I've ever seen. Okay, so you see through my bullshit.
Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, I know you lying. That shit was good.
No, I haven't seen too many Superman films. I only really seen the Man of Steel and
What the?
yeah, the Zack Snyder shit. I never saw the Christopher Reeves ones.
What the? You've never seen 1978 Superman? Holy shit! You need to
Never.
watch that.
None of those. I know the later ones are apparently, but I never saw any of them. I was aware of them, and the only thing I know about Christopher Reeve, really, other than the Superman films, is that his ass got paralyzed and his ass died. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all I know about the man.
I mean, Superman 2 is fucking really good too. It's just the 3 and 4 were the ones that are problematic.
Or dog.
Yeah.
Or what? Didn't
I
one
mean,
of them have Richard Pryor in him?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's in Superman 3. No, I mean, there's still. I mean, they're all 4 of them are worth watching, in my opinion.
I might as well watch them
of the time. But the first one is a must-watch movie.
I'll definitely.
It's a really good movie.
Well, yeah, I mean, that pretty much set the standard for superhero films for a while until Tim Burton's Batman came in. So
yeah, I mean, Christopher Reeve did an incredible job. I think he's probably to be fair, it's the first one. It's kind of like Michael Keaton's my favorite Batman because I saw him. It's not just because I saw him first. I just think he's the best. But it's like Michael Keaton. There's like some people who are better at Bruce Wayne than him. Some people maybe better at Batman. But then you always want the actor who can do both roles really well. And I feel like, for example, I thought Ben Affleck actually wasn't a terrible. He was okay as Batman, but I didn't.
Well, it's really hard to fuck up Batman because it's just like
but
all
Bruce Wayne was.
You're just wearing a cowl and you're beating people up. That's all you do.
Yeah. And I thought he brought a little bit something more to it as an older Batman. I thought it kind of reminded me of Dark Knight Returns a little bit. Mm-hmm. But anyways, with Christopher Reeve, I thought he did just I think the best job when it came to both Superman and Bat and the change between that. That I think I've never seen because a lot of times it's like you don't see that enough of a distinction between Clark Kent and Superman. Like, okay, he's changed his clothes and his glasses are off and that's it.
That was always weird to me because it's just like he barely changes his hairstyle. He has the glasses. I know there's some real world examples of like celebrities looking completely different, like Zooey Deschanel, for instance, like she without her bangs and her glasses or whatever, she looks like a totally different person. So I'm like, oh, I guess I could see it, but for the longest time I couldn't see that. I was just like, what? That's weird.
Yeah. It's also in Superman. Actually, the glasses are they're actually like special glasses. They're made out of this. I think it's like a Kryptonian glass type thing.
Oh, really?
So it actually has an effect that makes you see him differently. Like they have an explanation for it. I think in some of the comics.
Okay, well, because at some point they realize this is too ridiculous. People are not going to buy this. So we have to make it a little more believable.
Yeah, but with Christopher Reeve's performance, it's better than the other ones between that transition between the two because he's kind of like his posture is bad when he's Clark.
He kind of slouches or something.
Stutters a bit. He slouches and he's bumbling a bit. Right, he's kind of like a bumbler, and he's so it's like, and you can see that maybe he's insecure or something like that. So, but when he's Superman, holy, that's Superman. So I think he did the best job when it came to that.
Well, I'll definitely check it out. I know Supergirl is not very good, the one that came out in the 80s, but I kind of want to see that too, especially with especially with this new one. Yeah, I know, like with this one, it's just like I didn't know because I know we saw the trailer and stuff. We did a little video on that, but I was like, I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it. But going into it, I was just like, holy shit, this is actually pretty good. Like the beginning was like intriguing. I was like, oh, all right. And then it kept going and it kept getting better and better. I was like, wow, I haven't felt this way in a while when it comes to especially a superhero movie where you watch it and you're just like, oh, wow, this is awesome. All the way to the very end.
Yeah.
It only got a little slow, I felt like, towards the end when Superman went back to his parents' home in Kansas. I felt it got a little slow, but then it picked way back up again. So
yeah, I like that scene because it's the only part you really get to see more of that and seeing Lois really knowing about Clark because in this movie they haven't been going out very long. I think 3 months. I think is what they say.
Yeah, exactly.
So she doesn't really know him. So this is like the first time she's really seeing, and then you see that stupid punk band poster and stuff. I thought it was a really nicely done scene, and I
yeah,
really liked
early
his parents,
2000s band or whatever it was.
some band, yeah. And I really liked his parents. I thought they did a good job. It's also cool to see like his parents are actually like older. They're country as hell, and
Well, yeah, it's Kansas,
it's not like
so.
and it's not like other movies where it's like not believable. Like these people, I believed it, and it was fun. It was
like
funny.
Diane Keaton, I think, was his mother in one of the movies or something, right?
In Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. And,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, not Diane Keaton, Diane Lane.
Oh, is it Diane Lane? My bad.
Yeah, I like Diane Lane too. I mean, but you can only do so much. I don't know. I think these people, they did a good job. The actor I recognized. But anyways,
I couldn't recognize any of them.
A lot of things about the movie I liked. Oh, the actor's been in a bunch of stuff.
I'll take your word for it.
He was in Constantine, the movie with Keanu Reeves. He played Constantine's best friend.
I really don't remember Constantine. I saw that movie, but I don't really remember, except Keanu Reeves is in it, and the Swedish guy from Fargo's in it. He plays the devil. That's it. That's all I remember.
Exactly, yeah. Shia LaBeouf is in it. He's the sidekick.
Is he?
Djimon. What's his name? Djimon. I forgot his last name.
Djimon. Digital Monsters.
Djimon. I think that's how you pronounce his name. The dude from Blood Diamond and more MCU movies.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I think his name's pronounced Djimon. It's Djimon.
I know who you talk. Yeah, I know that name. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it. So.
But anyways, he's Papa Midnight in Constantine. I like that movie a lot. It's fucking good. I can't wait till they make another one with Keanu Reeves. I hope he wants to do it, but he's. I think he
too much in his John Wick phase.
They wrote. No. It's just he doesn't want to do it unless they actually do a good job and have a good written thing for the fans. I mean, Keanu Reeves is all about the fans when it comes to this.
But this Constantine, will he have like the same long hair and the scraggly beard like John Wick? Because that was the case for Neo with the Matrix Revelations. That he just looked like John Wick in that movie.
Oh, he just looked like Keanu Reeves. That's just what Keanu Reeves looks like.
Long
hair, and a beard.
Well, he didn't always have that. That's the thing.
I think the last 20 years I've always seen him with like that kind of.
Oh, that's his John Wick style. That's because that's how he is as John Wick, and that's fine as John Wick. But then when you put that style as Neo, you're like, no. And now Constantine, I'm like, well, like I'm surprised that he got all clean shaven and stuff for the new Bill and Ted that he did, the third one that they did. But I'm like, imagine he just looked like John Wick in that one, and he's like, totally cowabunga. And like, what are you doing?
I think with comic books, Constantine should probably be similar to the first one. Other than the hair color, it mirrors what Constantine looks like. So that I'm not too concerned about. I think they had something. It was like that's the movie he actually said that out of all the movies he's done, that's the one he wants to do another one of, and that's what the fans want too. Like we all want another Constantine. I know there's going to be a Constantine, but that's going to be this DCEU with
James Gunn.
Yeah, James Gunn. So, but we don't know it more than that. I think there was something written, and Keanu Reeves was like, "Nah, this isn't good enough." So, I wouldn't be surprised though if that is something that happens. Because I know that's something he wants to do. But
we'll see.
That movie's dope. That's one of my favorite comic book movies.
Well, I just know that Superman in particular was just like James Gunn. I was skeptical of.
I was too. Yeah, I was until I saw Creature Commandos. I was like, okay, this is good. It's animated, but this is a good start.
Well, Peacemaker is really good too, but that's like James Gunn style. He's got the dumb jokes in it and stuff like that. And there's still dumb jokes in the Supermans. That's my real only complaint. The Kansas thing is like whatever. It's a little slow. Some movies are going to be slow at parts, but the dumb jokes, I was like, bro, you could have just done less, a little less. Sometimes the jokes were fine. They were fine, perfectly fine. Sometimes they were just like, dude, why are you doing this? Why are you putting these stupid jokes here? Like the first instance of that was in the very beginning when Superman's getting his ass kicked. Then he goes back to Metropolis, and he's fighting what ends up being, I think, Bizarro or whatever. But I forget what his name was in the movie. The fully clothed dude. They're all fighting, and then
Ultraman.
Ultraman.
It could in the future. Maybe there's rumor it could end up being Bizarro.
I assume it's going to be Bizarro at some point. But anyway, I mean, when all that stuff is happening in the very beginning, Lex Luthor's girlfriend ends up taking pictures of herself. She's like, selfie this, selfie that. Yeah. I know that's a very important plot point later, but it still looks stupid. Because it's like it's enough. It's one thing when you see it one time, but then they kept doing it, and I was like, could we please stop? That's too goofy. Superman's trying to do something cool here, and here you are doing this dumbass shit with the pictures. Like
it's very like Gen Z. It's very now or whatever. It's
I don't care if it's now. It's just I don't care if it's now. It's just too goofy. Yeah. That's my complaint. It's just too much. It's like, hey guys, we're gonna juggle. It's Superman. I want to see Superman do Superman stuff. I don't want to see juggling. Exactly, It's like doing the same shit in a Batman movie. Be like, juggling. I'm like, unless Joker's doing it and the juggling results in someone's face being melted off, I don't want to see that. It's just like, come on.
It has to be violent juggling, which is
violent juggling. Yeah.
That is exactly what Joker would do.
Exactly.
Or Harley Quinn.
Exactly.
No, I agree. I think my one of my issues was the humor. A couple of jokes were funny, and a lot of them. Here's the way I compare it to MCU. MCU movies are typically funnier. Obviously, James Gunn done them. The problem with the MCU movies is they throw so much humor at it that it's so fucking annoying. But the amount that's funny because they have so much, it is funnier because they just put 100 jokes in a fucking movie. This movie threw less jokes, but not many of them landed. The ones that did land in this movie were funny, but there's a whole bunch that shouldn't have been in there.
Yeah, but that's a typical James Gunn thing. That's why he fit very well in the MCU. And DC, he's doing a fine job. I mean, on a storytelling standpoint, he did an excellent job with Superman.
Exactly.
It's like my biggest problem with Superman is that Superman is way too OP. Like he's got way too much stacked on him on his side that he's like too invincible. So he's just, as a character, he's really boring. But James Gunn found that perfect way to make it work. I was just like, oh, okay, this is brilliant. I mean, he's still strong, he's still super, but you got like literally another Superman clone. That's the only other person that can go toe to toe with him. You don't know that until later on in the film. And then you also have like this whole thing where it's just like, oh, like he has to solve this Israel-Palestine conflict or Ukraine and Russia, whatever, this fictional conflict between these two countries. He sides with he sides with the country that doesn't have US backing, so of course there's controversy there. And then on top of that message that gets jumbled later, and it's like his original parents, Jor-El and his mama, saying like, hey,
that was
the best thing that they could have done, because it's just like, you need to lord over the planet and make a harem of people and plant your seed everywhere like Genghis Khan. I'm like, bro, what? And everyone's all like, is is he the baddie? We should be against him. And then Superman's like, what? Hell no.
I thought that was shocking because that's never been done. That's not how it usually is.
That was bold and it was brilliant. That's what it was.
Yeah, so that was actually it worked. My only complaint about it was they didn't let it sit long enough. It's like it's on everyone's phone, and then everybody all of a sudden, like a switch, who loved Superman, literally seconds later are like, "You Superman, we hate you," and throwing cans at him.
It's a little
like,
cartoonish,
but that's a little.
But you know, I let it slide.
You don't let it soak a bit. You know, like this motherfucker was trying to take over the planet. I guess get him.
It was a little fast. I agree, but I felt I gave it a pass because it was just fine. It's just like in this sort of world, it's acceptable, because to me it was more. The plot point to me was more important because it made 100% perfect sense. Like, this is how you make Superman like not really work in the world that he's in. Like, you make him feel like he is an illegal alien or like an immigrant, which is the whole point of the character in the first place. But you make him feel like he doesn't belong, and plus they ship him to like this Guantanamo Bay area or whatever the hell, this tent area, and they ship him to the, what is it they call it, the pocket dimension. And I'm all like, bro, pocket universe, yeah. And it was just like it was amazing. I'm like, this is how you do Superman. Like, this is what Zack Snyder failed to do. I haven't seen the Richard Donner ones. Maybe they do a better job, but Zack Snyder completely failed at Superman because he didn't have the humanity down. He made it way. Like, I don't have a real problem with Superman being dark, but the problem is the story wasn't there. There was too much dumb stuff in that, you know, Man of Steel and stuff like that just made it unbelievable. Like Clark Kent, his Pa Kent being like, no, don't save me from the tornado. I'm like, why? Because other people will see. So what do you think, they're going to enslave him and make him into I don't know. It's just, there was a logic to it, but it didn't really stick. Whereas the logic in this movie really stuck. There was really nothing I can complain about. And plus, they had other characters, the side characters too. Mr. Terrific. I never thought I would really like that character, but that was a really good character. I was like,
that was definitely one of the strongest other characters. The other ones are okay. Like Hawkgirl, I thought everybody did a good job. Actually, everyone was fine. I think a lot of people were kind of surprised that the Lantern wasn't, because Guy Gardner's usually more of an asshole than this movie. Like he's
even more
he's an ass, but he's he's way worse. So he's probably toned it down a bit, and then I liked it. I thought everything. I mean, I had some criticisms, but overall, I really liked it. I like Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. I think it's a different approach. Obviously, it's much darker, but I also like how you look at it, like how Superman has this burden of power, and so there's all this responsibility he puts on himself with it, and so I think Zack Snyder did a good job showing that. Of course, it's controversial at the end when he kills Zod because Superman doesn't kill. So that was really controversial.
Yeah, well, they kind of made that. They kind of made that work. I mean, like it was just like he had no choice.
Yeah, either that or like that family gets killed.
But the other complaint to that is that like that they were fighting in a very highly populated city instead of Superman going to the middle of nowhere, like in Dragon Ball Z or something. And what was brilliant is that the fighting was here too, but the city was already deserted. So when he was going through the city and stuff like that, there was like, and even that one sequence with the big kaiju monster lizard thing.
Yeah.
And like he's very, very careful how to dispatch this creature. But then, Guy Gardner and they kept changing their name. It's not Justice League quite yet. So they kept changing the name Justice Gang or whatever. But they come in and they're way more reckless. And Superman's constantly saving people and squirrels and whatever. And he's just like, guys, you gotta be more careful about this. And plus at the end when they kill the thing, he was just like, oh, well, we should have put this in the intergalactic zoo or something. I'm like, that's Superman. Yeah. I love that. That is very much what Superman would do. Like he nailed Superman. Like that made me feel good. Like it made me feel good because I'm just like, that's how exactly I picture the character. That's how exactly I want him to act. These are the situations that I want him to be in. The situations were also prescient. They're like very topical. Like they're very relevant. And I'm just like, wow. Like I just came out of that being like, some people were like, oh, I want to see this again. And I've seen it 3 times now. And I'm like, I hear that once in a while, but this is a movie where I'm just like, bro, I want to see this again. Like this is a really good movie.
Yeah, as soon as it's on stream, I'm watching it again. Yeah. I definitely want. I don't want to spend the money in theater again to see it, but I would. I mean, if I had like a pass or something.
It's just also a hassle going to the theater when you can just wait for it for the convenience of your own home streaming. Yeah,
it's definitely must theater once because it was
almost definitely.
But
I don't know. I don't know how Fantastic Four is going to live up to its hype now that I've seen this.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that looks good too, but we'll see. I was really looking forward to Superman way more because I'm a big fan of both Marvel and DC, but I like Superman and. So I was like, and I had high expectations. I was worried because it's James Gunn, but then after seeing Creature Commandos and hearing him in the interviews, I'm like, and the dude knows his comics, I think, but I'm just kind of like, where,
so
I'm
a little skeptical,
but we'll see, yeah. But I liked Man of Steel. I thought it was actually a good movie.
I know you liked it, but I couldn't jive with it
a little bit more.
But he's also a comic book guy too. I mean, like he even says it on the record. He's a comic book guy also.
Yeah,
I think he did a better job with Watchmen. I felt like Zack Snyder's sensibilities is better for Watchmen or those kind of movies than than what he ended up doing. But even though the Snyder cut's okay though, it's fine.
I like that. I didn't like the Justice League, but the Snyder cut, I was like, okay.
I honestly like the Justice League just as much. There's really not that much of a difference other than the fact that like the lighting is brighter in the Whedon cut, and there are more dumbass jokes in that one. And I think in the Snyder cut they took all of them out, and I don't know.
But I mean, they added a lot more connection of the characters' development.
Well, yeah, it's a way longer cut. It's way longer.
Yeah, so that made the whole story. Yeah, it made the story way stronger by having that, and there was more dark side in it too. So it just feels like it made the tone better, right, of the film.
Yeah, it's just, but the fundamental problem with those movies at the end of the day is that they rushed it, and they should have never rushed it.
Should have done it right the first time, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, like, oh my god, we have to get the Justice League because like they're already on Avengers 500. Yeah. We have to get it out there, and like if you rush, it's gonna feel rushed, and people are not gonna jive with this shit. And that's exactly what happened. People were not jiving with it. That's why people are more forgiving with the James Gunn DCU run thing, because it's just like, okay, he's carefully building up because there's no Justice League quite yet, and you're just like, it's just Superman. You see like a little sign of Gotham City in during the city explosion stuff towards the end, so you already have a Green Lantern, so you're already building up to that moment, And that's the way it should be done. And I remember back in the day too, like there were people being like, no, it's fine what they're doing, rushing the Justice League. It's totally fine. I'm like, no, it's not. You're telling yourself it's fine because you're a DC fanboy. And it's just like, this is not okay. It's like, it doesn't have to be like the Marvel like formula. I'm like, yeah, it does because it works. That's why it's a formula. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah. I mean, I'm glad that DC didn't take the exact same route as Marvel. They just should have done. Yeah, I mean, they should have done things differently. It's like that game of catch up and stuff, which they didn't need to do because they made a bunch of pretty good movies. I thought Wonder Woman 1 was pretty good, minus towards the end. But
well, yeah, the Marvel formula is not really just the dumbass jokes, but it's just really like you're gonna make a film around this character, do the same with this character,
build up of it, and
if this character's not that popular, just stick him in another more popular character's film. And then.
Yeah. Plus, they had this. I mean, the MCU just a great accomplishment with that 22 movie build up, and it's really it's something. In DC, you didn't have to do that quite the same, but they just kind of, I don't know what they were thinking, and it fell flat anyways. But I think individually, a lot of those movies, like the first Wonder Woman was good. I hated the second one. I thought Aquaman was all right. It did, and a lot of these movies did well. Like they made $1 billion, more than $1 billion, I think, and so I'm not, and Shazam was okay, and some of the movies did better than others.
Yeah.
So all in all, but I don't know. I mean,
Black Adam.
Yeah, I mean, some of them aren't. I didn't think that was terrible. I just didn't really like it, but it wasn't like dog. But in general, I thought the DC movies. I think a lot of people just hating on them because they're not Marvel movies. That's partly it. So it's like you have to pick a side. But I'm a fan of all of this.
No, they're just dull. They're just dull movies, man. just to say,
yeah,
they're really dull
some
movies.
Of them,
yeah, I mean, like
Suicide Squad. I didn't like the first one, but I liked James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I thought that was
that's because he made it more fun. He understood the assignment, whereas the other guy, the Training Day guy, didn't. Forgot his name.
Yeah.
I know he was trying to get his Suicide Squad cut out, and I would watch it if they ever did it, which they probably won't. But if they did, I'd watch it just to see what the difference would be. Because I gave the Snyder cut like a chance, but then I already kind of like Justice League, so I'm like, I could deal with more Justice League. And I actually liked The Flash, even though everyone hated that movie, and I was just like, it's fine. I mean, whatever. You could have done worse.
David Ayer.
Yeah, that's his name.
Not Training Day. Training Day was Antoine Fuqua.
No, he wrote it. He wrote that script.
Oh, wrote it. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not quite his film per se, but he wrote the script.
But yeah, I mean, I think this movie, it's doing well, box office. Obviously, it'd be nice if it did even better. It's not going to be out of theater for a few more weeks, but I think it did. It's a good. The reviews are good. It's done well enough, and so I think it's a really good start for the Snyderverse, or not Snyderverse, for the James Gunn,
the
DCEU.
the James Gunverse,
the Gunverse. I was surprised that I thought it would have been post credit with the Supergirl, but I was surprised that I was in the movie.
No, they really wanted to make sure that people saw her. Yeah, because like by the time the credits roll, most of the people are already gone in the theater.
See, I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. Now after seeing this movie, I'm like, man, I'm really looking forward to seeing that movie.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I was going to watch it regardless, but
it's like, of course, I mean, I watch.
I'm a sucker when it comes to these superhero films. There's some people who are like, superhero fatigue. I never want to watch another superhero movie again. Okay, then don't. Stop crying. Yeah. Jesus Christ. No one's forcing you at gunpoint to watch these movies. I'm doing it because I genuinely love superhero movies. So
exactly, yeah. I mean, there's no reason. I watched everything that's there. Ironheart. I just watched that not too long ago, and whatever it is, I'm gonna watch it, and then I'll criticize it if I don't like it, or point out what's good, what's bad. Mm-hmm. I don't see any reason to boycott. But right now, I'm like, DC is back, and hopefully MCU gets their shit together, because MCU's kind of been not very good for years, and now DC's back on track.
Well, the problem with the MCU is that everything that you need to say has already been done. We saved the universe. Okay, where do we go from here? The multiverse. Okay, with who? Kang. And then they're like, actually, no, we're not going to do Kang because, Jonathan Majors, the whole controversy thing and whatever. So we're going to do something else. Doctor Doom? Well, like, how do you go from Thanos to Doctor Doom? I'm sorry. I mean, like, I know Doctor Doom is a very popular villain, especially within the Marvel Comics universe. But he's not Thanos. He's not even Kang. So it's just like, I mean, Galactus would be better, the Planet Destroyer. And obviously we're going to be seeing that in Fantastic Four. But, other than that, I can't see any...
I mean, I personally think Doctor Doom is at the level of people like Thanos and stuff like that in the comic books and stuff. He's definitely at that level. I don't know if people. I mean, nobody knew that. Most people didn't know who Thanos was, anyways. Like, other than us comic book fans, like people didn't know who the hell he was. So Doctor Doom is already a household name.
But what can Doctor Doom do?
It'll be difficult.
I'm going to destroy the universe. That's what Thanos did. I'm going to destroy the multiverse. That was Kang's thing. Like, what can you conceivably do? That's my point.
I guess we'll find out. I mean, that comic book is always going to be like the.
I'm going to destroy space and time. Maybe. Maybe you can destroy space and time. Sure. I mean, they kind of did time travel already in Endgame, but you can probably do that again. I don't know. There's only so many dimensions you could destroy at this point. There's so many things that you can destroy that we haven't already seen at this point. So the well is becoming a little dry on that. That's why I think
it's going to lean into more, because Doom's like, magic and technology obviously is super brilliant. So I think because of Tony Stark, and somehow they're going to put in the story in that somehow, because it's different universe or whatever, and they're going to lean more into that, I think. So it's going to, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure, but I have a feeling.
We're going to have to see, just to see,
So yeah, it's either going to be, like it's got to be pretty ambitious to really hold up after all these years, and for what they've been putting out, rather. And
well, I heard a rumor that Kevin Feige is going to leave after Secret Wars, and another rumor that they're going to reboot the entire MCU after Secret Wars.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, and then have the X-Men and shit in there, and all
that's going to coincide with that as well. So
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, that seems plausible, I think, because Secret Wars is the only thing I'm personally interested in. Honestly, as far as an event film.
Dope, I hope.
Yeah.
I'm just like, don't pick it up. I mean,
basically. Please don't.
But I was saying with MCU, like, even, like, did you watch Ironheart?
No, I should. I didn't even finish the Agatha show. I should. I didn't even finish Daredevil. I should.
Oh yeah. I'll watch all of it. But...
No, I've been watching Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon and all this other stuff, and then these movies that we review and stuff. And then whenever I'm not doing that stuff, I'm either working on my own personal stuff or I'm reading. I'm reading like books every day now. Or if I'm not reading a book, I'm reading manga. So I mean, like, I just.
Yeah, I mean, at least the shows are there. You can always catch up. I mean, all of them. Daredevil was all right. I liked it. I think they're not as good as I thought, and I was hoping it'd be better. But
the Netflix show kind of fell off a cliff. I didn't even finish the Netflix show because I think there was one more season, and I was just like, I don't want to watch it. I
liked it, but the last season was significantly, weak compared. First season, even the second season, the first season was great.
Yeah, because those shows, they drag a lot. That's the problem. That's why if you're approaching a show and you don't have a lot of material, you're not bursting with material, you're going to spread it out as thin as possible, and it's going to feel that way. And you're just kind of like waiting for them to like, there's a plot point, a little bullshit, little side mission. Are we done with this? Can we get back to the main story? Great. Okay, so here's another bullshit little thing that's going to last 2 more episodes. Okay, are we done with that? All right, let's get back. I hate that. But unfortunately, if you don't have a strong vision going into something, it's going to come out that way. That's the problem with the MCU now. That's the problem with, the DCEU for the longest time, until now James Gunn is back in the reign, or not back, but he's in the reins now. And, clearly he has a vision. So it's just like, that's
definitely,
so that's where a lot of the interest is now coming back for that. So,
I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. Obviously, I think the only thing we know for certain is obviously Supergirl, which I think is already filmed or is filming.
Yeah, one or the other.
It's in film production right now. I saw a set photo of Jason Momoa as Lobo. I've had comics with Lobo in him, and it's a cool character, but I'm not too crazy about Jason Momoa as Lobo, especially since he was Aquaman and he's in so much stuff.
I can
see it working. I can see it working, because he already kind of, it seems like that would work, but it's a little too obvious of a pick. Like, I don't think you had to pick him, but
I know it's always super weird. This is the same thing with Robert Downey Jr. with Dr. Doom. They found a loophole with that one because in the comics, Iron Man does become Dr. Doom or something at some point in one storyline. So, but even then, it's still weird. I'm like, we already know the dude is Iron Man. Why does he have to be Dr. Doom? So
it's
I don't know. It's weird. But there are also there's so many of these films, so many of these superheroes. There are only so many stars these days that you can get to be locked into a long-term contract also. So
that's true.
There's only so much you could do, honestly, at the end of the day. So
yeah, I'm curious to see what else they're doing. Obviously, I know they're doing Swamp Thing, and
they're doing Clayface is coming out.
Clayface, yeah.
I love Clayface, so I'm looking forward to that personally.
Yeah. I hope they do a good job with that. Clayface is good. It's dope. So, is that a movie or series?
I think it's a movie.
Movie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should be a series.
Let me be a series. Yeah, I don't think it should be a movie.
Let me double check. Yeah, it's saying it's a film. Yeah,
it's a film. Eh? Oh, okay.
But it should be a series. They should do it like Penguin, man. Penguin was so brilliant as a show.
Yeah,
so I'm like, do it like that, but with Clayface and they would do Penguin, but or Riddler and stuff like that. And funnily enough, I know they already did Riddler, the Paul Dano one and whatever, but that's like a separate thing. Like who's the dude that does those movies again? Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves, correct. Yeah.
So
he's only done one.
They're doing the second one. But the thing is, like, that's separate from what James Gunn is doing. So it's just like, that's why I'm like, bro, just make TV shows of this stuff. That'd be so awesome. Because I read recently that Jim Parsons, who plays Sheldon Cooper on The Big Bang Theory, he's like, I read that he wants to play the Riddler. And having seen the show, Big Bang Theory, I'm like, I could see him play the Riddler, actually. Like, he would be a pretty good choice. I know when you see him in that show, he's playing a very, very autistic, annoying kind of a character. But the thing is, though, it's just like, but if you strip that away and you take him in a darker route, I feel like it could really work. So I think so. I don't know, because like Paul Dano to me didn't work as Riddler. I'm like, I'm sorry. I like him as an actor, but I didn't feel like he fit that role very well.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And Jim Carrey did fine, but he did like the really goofy, like Adam West-esque, a portrayal of that character.
See, it depends on how. Yeah, it depends on how you're. See, I always wanted. They should just keep it more like the animated series. So then, who would fit that? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Jim Parsons.
What do you think about what about like Stephen Merchant? Riddler.
That would be really good too, honestly. That would be really good too, because Jim Parsons is very much a comedic actor. I'm sure he could dial it down. But so is Stephen Merchant, but I've seen him in Logan. He plays some character in Logan. I forgot the name. And
Sunspot.
Yeah, he was really, really good in that.
No, Caliban. He's Caliban.
Okay. Caliban. Whatever the character's name is, he was really, really good. I remember him being really good in that. Yeah. And I was just like, that he could really work, I feel. He's probably too old, though. That's the only problem. But it depends on how you envision Riddler to be, how old he's supposed to be.
True. In this story, he can't be too old. That's true. He needs to be.
Needs to be a little younger.
Because Batman 2, I'm assuming, because the first one is year one.
Mm-hmm.
So the next movie is probably going to be soon after, I think. So.
Yeah, and Jim Parsons is already like 50 years old-ish, or he's getting there.
I think he
looks younger, but
that's true.
But his age, his actual age is a little older. So who knows? Who knows what can be done? But the thing that's really cool, though, is that like they're at least attempting to get newer or relative unknowns. Like the guy who plays Superman and this new one, that's just like I've never seen this guy before.
Yeah, I saw him. I've only seen him in the one of the Ty West movies. He was an X or Pearl, one of them.
Oh, I see. So he's been in stuff, but not like a lot of stuff or a big tentpole stuff.
I think he was in some sort of popular TV series, like one of those period pieces, drama things.
Oh yeah.
But I don't watch. I'm not sure which one, but
yeah. Well, he's established clearly. He's got chops, and he's got a pedigree. But but he's not like he's kind of like Henry Cavill. He just kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah. And it's just like, and he worked really well as Superman. This new guy works really well as Superman. They look kind of alike. They look kind of similar. Yeah. So I felt like, okay, that really works.
And you did a good job. I think everyone. I thought Rachel Brosnahan did a good job as Lois. I thought
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, I think, is what she was, or Mabel, whatever that show was.
Something like that, yeah, Mabel, I think, yeah. And I would have liked to see more Perry White, but because Wendell Pierce I'm a fan of, but he was in it for a couple minutes. But all in all, I think everybody across the board, it was good. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was really good. I probably would give it I don't know if I'd give it an 8, maybe 7.5.
Oh, I'd definitely give it an 8. I'd give it an 8. I really thought like, oh boy, if it was just a little bit better, I'd give it a 9.
Yeah.
But I think 8 or an 8.5 for me for sure. That was just just so good.
For me, a 7.5 to an 8, like that's a really good rating for a comic book movie. So
yeah, no. Well, I'm more generous with comic book movies. I mean, I like Ant-Man and Quantumania for Christ's sake, and people really hate that movie, and I'm like, it's fine. Yeah, there's dumb shit in it, but it's fine. It's entertaining. I don't know what people are looking for in these movies. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's just like I'm in it to get entertained. If I'm entertained, then I'm a happy boy. If I'm not entertained, I'm a very unhappy boy. Huh?
Yeah. I said, "Are you not entertained?"
Oh yeah, is that Russell Crowe, the Gladiator?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Fat Crow from the Thor movies. He plays. What does he play? He plays Zeus, right?
Zeus, correct. Yeah,
it's funny.
I didn't like that movie either. That Thor 3, Thor 4 rather.
I like that
Love
one.
And Thunder.
I like. Some people really didn't like it, but I'm like, I like that. I
honestly,
I like Jane Foster Thor. It was cool. He did a great job.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, it was okay actually, but just the movie didn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not my.
I mean, the CGI
MCU
was
movies
really
in
bad,
general haven't been. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't hate like the post-Endgame movies. Like there are only like a couple I really didn't like. I feel. I
think the only one I liked was Doctor Strange too. That was the only one
that was fine. I saw that with a mutual friend of ours. Yeah, I was.
The shows are okay though. Like Ironheart, like I actually thought Ironheart's not bad at all. A lot of people are hating on it. Obviously, the usual people, the red pill people, are already like, "Smoke DI." I think it's actually pretty good. There's definitely some things I didn't like about it, and I wouldn't say it's very good at all, but it wasn't bad. They bring in somebody into the MCU that has been talked about for a long time. And I don't know if you already know. So,
no, I don't.
And the actor too. So I mean, it's fun for what it is. Some of the stuff is really good. The special effects CG was actually really good for a show. I was like, ooh, MCU actually did a good job with it. But I can see where some legitimate criticism of it. There definitely are problems with the show for sure. But I'd even watch a season 2 of it when they are doing a season 2. But what was the other one? Daredevil was okay. I was expecting more from it, but it was still fine. It was good.
Yeah. Oh well. I got to play catch up on that stuff and Andor and a bunch of other stuff. So
Andor, now that's a good show.
That's
a good one.
If I want to fall asleep, sure.
Night night. Time to go night night.
Time for bedtime. Put on some Andor.
Yeah, not me, man. When I watch that, I'm like, yes, the revolution. I'm like,
I like the themes and stuff. I just don't like the execution. That's my problem. It's just so dry. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's season 2. I think you're gonna like that even more.
Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see.
Crazy.
We'll see.
It's way more intense. But or you just go into a freaking deep coma. You're like, this is so tired. Season 2 is so boring. It actually put me in a fucking coma.
It's just like, resuscitate him. I think he's dead. No, there's a heartbeat. It's very faint. Oh, that was too much Andor for him. It was way too much.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing that happens that's in the novels from like 30 years ago or whatever. That'll wake you up. That'll be like, holy, that's crazy to see that.
Oh, speaking of which, too, I actually I have the book, but it's one of the Thrawn series books. I think it's Heir to the Empire.
Oh yeah, very good.
Yeah, I'm going to start reading that. I'm in the middle of reading other books, as I mentioned, but that is definitely on my list.
Yeah, that's Zahn, right? He wrote.
Yeah, Timothy Zahn, as I think.
Timothy Zahn. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm looking for it because I remember as a little kid back when we had Waldenbooks in the mall and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or those bookstores.
Oh, yeah.
Those walk-in bookstores. We had Waldenbooks, and then I remember as a kid because my dad loved books, so he always wanted to go to the bookstores. So we go in there. I remember going in, and on the right side there were the magazines and stuff and the comic books, so I'd be mostly hanging out there. But I remember walking around, just wandering around, and on the left side were the new releases, I think. And at the very top, I saw the Star Wars books, and I saw the original Heir to the Empire, and I was like, "What's that?" I'm like, Star Wars.
Yeah, the bearded,
the bearded wizard guy.
Yeah, I always thought of like it was like reminding me of some old like Led Zeppelin t-shirt, right? Like
right? Those totally heavy metal like album covers or something.
Yeah, there was a Zepp one. I think it was the one of the So ones that had a wizard on it, right? Some Lord of the Rings may have been Gandalf actually. But, and
the
so the Empire, when I saw
the
it,
only thing I can think of is Zeppelin 4 with the guy with the bundle of sticks on his back. That's the only thing I can think of that's close.
Yeah,
I don't know what other covers they have that's remotely similar, but
no, not a cover. This is a random shirt. But
oh, a shirt. Okay, never mind.
Random shirt. Yeah,
I don't know what the shirts look like, but
yeah,
some
random shirt.
I think this was before I knew what Star Wars was, though. I knew about Star Trek, but not Star Wars at that point.
Yeah.
So I thought they were both
this is a trilogy, Heir of the Empire trilogy. I haven't read them. I know about them, of course, and I know what occurs in them. But yeah, I would like to. I'd like to maybe get around to reading it.
I'll read it for sure because nowadays doing this Best Picture series stuff, it's really hard to find a good book to read. Honestly, a lot of these books are just not well written at all. They maybe have a good idea, maybe some good dialogue or a good little plot point in there, but mostly it's just a drivel. What I've been reading, very few exceptions, like Gone with the Wind. That is a damn masterpiece. It's just a damn shame. It's just like revisionist, racist trash, but it's very well written. So, so at least, but yeah, man, it's woof. Like even classic books, like, because I was trying to read The Shining, like Stephen King's The Shining, and I'm like, it's not very good. I don't know. I'm not. There's some chapters that are very good, but there's some chapters where I'm like, bro, can you get to the point? But that's kind of like King's style. He likes to meander on and on about irrelevant bullshit. Just whatever comes in his head, be like, I think this is interesting, and I'm like, I don't.
It's based on how much coke and alcohol he did. And he's like, this is the story I'm writing.
I think this was around the time when he was really getting deep. He was definitely an alcoholic. He was 100% alcoholic, but then the cocaine use started around maybe the late 70s or early, throughout the 80s for sure.
80s for sure, yeah. Yeah, actually, you're right. He said he doesn't even remember writing all that shit.
He doesn't remember Cujo. He doesn't remember doing Maximum Overdrive, which is the only film he ever directed.
Correct, yeah.
Which is a dumb film. That's based on a book called Trucks, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the first book of his I read in middle school was Misery. And I was like, dude, this is fucking phenomenal. I love
that movie. I need to read the book because the movie is so amazing.
The book is phenomenal.
The book is a 9 out of 10 for. I mean, the movie's a 9 out of 10 for me. It's such an amazing movie. I mean, when it comes to like King movies in particular, Shawshank Redemption is a masterpiece. Green Mile's very good. Misery is amazing. What else has he done that's really, really good? The Mist is a very good movie too. That's also Frank Darabont, who does Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He directed that one.
Well, I mean, he's done so many, The Mist, and I mean, there's so many things have been taken from his works into.
There's so many, yeah, of course. I mean, Carrie's a fine movie. I don't think it's amazing, but it's fine.
It's good.
So, man.
It, of course, I like it, obviously.
Into what?
It.
Oh, It. I'm not crazy. I saw the miniseries finally, and I saw the movies, of course, and I'm like, I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about the story. It's a cool story, but it's not captivating. It's not like Misery. That one was like, or Gerald's Game. That's a Stephen King book too. They made it into Netflix.
Game, yes.
They made it into a Netflix movie, and the movie is great. I mean, it's kind of stupid at times, but it's all great for the most part. Misery is just a better version of that, and The Monkey was a good movie.
There's a lot of them. Salem's Lot. I like the original Salem's Lot.
I never seen it. Never seen it. Yeah. I know you saw.
There was a new one that came out on Max. The remake came out.
Yeah,
we covered that.
You did a review on that, yeah.
Yeah,
but
there's a bunch though. I think what was wasn't 1922 based off of Stephen King?
Yes.
Yeah, a novella, right? I covered that as well.
Yeah, with what's his face, the Punisher, Thomas Jane. Yeah.
And Molly Parker was in it. Yeah, I mean, he's done. I mean, I don't know how many 100 things based off the Children of the Corn. I mean, you just
his writing ethic is incredible. He's like a very disciplined person. Like I have his book on writing. It's a really good book. Like my policy personally is that once I'm done with the book, Dreamcatcher he did as well. Yeah, my policy with a book is that once I'm done reading a book, I toss it or I donate it. I'm like, I don't need to keep a book because I don't want to be a hoarder like my parents were. But with me in particular, with that book, I already finished it and I don't want to get rid of it. That book because it's such a good book because I want to crack it open and read it again because it has so much good advice in it, you know? And it's funny because when you read the book, it's very reluctant. Like, it's like, listen, I know this is a book about writing advice, but I don't like giving advice. You kind of have to find your own path, but I'm going to tell you what worked for me. And this is what worked for me. And then when you read what works for him, it's just like, that's really good advice. I don't like, I don't know if I would do one for one note what he recommends or what he does, but his process is very sound advice. And I'm like, I need to keep this with me so I can reread it and see. Because not only does he tell you advice, he gives you like a writing example of what he's talking about. I'm like, this is useful. This is really useful.
Yeah, that's extremely useful. Man.
Yeah.
That's thoughtful too. Like that's very thoughtful.
Yeah, he's like a reluctant teacher. That's his approach writing this thing.
Yeah,
you know,
that's cool.
Yeah, which is like, you know, it's interesting because he's being helpful with, even though he feels like he's not being helpful in the book. It's kind of like, you want to hear some advice? Here's some stuff. Here's a couple things I learned on the way. And you're like, holy shit, this is gold. What you're telling me? Yeah. Is it? I guess it is. I'm only a multi-million-dollar writer, so what do I know? It's like, all right, bro.
Yeah. I would recommend after you're reading what you're reading now, Hamlet, and then whatever else, I would move Misery to the very top because I think that's the movie Misery is so good, the book's even better.
I probably believe
the book is like a masterpiece. Whereas the movie is very, very good. The book is a masterpiece.
Yeah, I mean, honestly. If the movie
that was like the best novel I think I've ever read at that time, and maybe even one of the best I've ever read.
I'll probably put that at the top of my list for sure because
it's so good.
Because
it's like burned in my memory since middle school, like how good it was.
Yeah, if anything, the only Stephen King thing that I read that he wrote is a short story, and it's based on a short film that Frank Darabont did, and that was like the one he showed Stephen King, and that got Stephen King thinking like, hey, maybe I should do the Dollar Baby thing, which he's since closed. It's no longer a thing, where a bunch of filmmakers would be adapting his short stories for like $1 for the rights. And Frank Darabont was the one who did that one, showed it to King, and King loved it so much that he made the whole program. And of course, Darabont ended up doing Shawshank Redemption, all these other ones, because he's just a really, really good director. So, but I saw the short film, and the short film was pretty good. But then I decided to read the short story that it's based on, and it's really, really good. And I was just like, okay, I could see. Like, to me, so far, maybe Misery will change my mind, but to me, King is really good as a short story writer. Like, he's very. I feel like he's more focused when he does a short story because it's a short story. There's only so much you can fit in there, so he gets to the point rather quickly.
To the point, he doesn't get too fucked out.
Yeah, exactly.
He's writing the other ones. He's like, oh god,
I gotta put a bunch of like irrelevant bullshit in here. I'm like, okay, I guess, man.
After I read Misery, I went to It, and that was tough.
That's the one with the child orgy at the end or something.
I don't think I finished it. It's so because Misery was about maybe 400 pages, if I recall, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to It next, and that's like 1,500 pages or something crazy.
It's really
massive.
Long.
It's massive. And I'm like, I read a lot of it, and I was like, dude, I can't. I gotta do other things or whatever.
Well, I only know that because someone brought it up.
Especially middle school. Like that's a.
Oh yeah, that book was in middle school for me too. That's weird. That in Jurassic Park, for some reason.
I had a teacher that had it on her bookshelf in class. It may have been. Misery was middle school. This might have been 7th grade, or I don't know if that's considered middle school, but
no, that is middle school. Yeah, middle school is 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Yeah,
Misery I read around 6th or 7th, and then 7th I think maybe is what go next was It, and I was like, ooh, and then and I like the movie, the TV series was great. So but I was like, oh man, this is a huge undertaking.
Well, I just know that part happens because someone brought it up, and I looked it up. And I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? Why did you put that in there? And then I found out it's like, oh, he was on coke. He probably had no idea what he was doing. He was probably thinking of the weirdest, most fucked up shit he could put in there. Be like, yeah, that's weird. Don't put that in there.
Jeez, yeah, I didn't even know that was in that. Actually, I didn't. Yeah,
yeah, that is unfortunately, it is a thing in the book. So,
Jesus.
Yeah.
King bad.
Yeah. Well, but when you write as much as he does, he's just like you're gonna run out of ideas because people are all like, "Oh, he ripped off the Twilight Zone." I'm like, "Yeah, bro. If you write like literally every day, eventually you're gonna end up ripping off other people's shit. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, it's gonna happen."
Yeah, I love the Twilight Zone. It's one of my favorite sci-fi shows.
Yeah, and plus that show is. It's like a lot of things that came out during that period. If no one else has literally done this, then that's a wild frontier. It's a big open frontier, and you can do whatever you want. And then you will be credited as the first one to ever do it because no one else has done it yet. That's just the nature of things. You know what I mean? It's just like Led Zeppelin making their classic albums and be like, they're the most amazing, but like all they did was just steal from blues artists and jazz artists that no one's ever heard of.
A lot of it, not all of it, but yeah, there was a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, down to the lyrics too. Robert Plant stole lyrics. Jimmy Page stole riffs. It's just like that's just how it is, you know.
Yeah. And I still love Led Zeppelin though, but
I mean, I still like their music a lot too. But like, let's just facts are facts. I mean, that's just the way it is. Exactly, and those blues artists stole from each other. I guarantee it too. You know, we will never know who the first actual person was to come up with the dan 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 dan. You know, it's just like no one knows who came up with that. Someone did. You know.
Yeah. It's true.
That's
true.
All right, guys. So thank you for this episode of Shooting the Shieet. We'll be seeing you for the next one.